Monday, interleague play returns to Fox Sports New York. Mike Piazza and the Mets are back to charge up the Big Apple when Tampa Bay makes its first visit to Shea. The Mets sting the Devil Rays, and Fox Sports New York has it Monday at 7:30.
New York Mets baseball is brought to you in part by Chase. The right relationship is everything. Ninth inning in Boston, all Mets tonight. They lead 9-1. They've hit 4 home runs, all against Red Sox starter Pedro Martinez. This is John Wasden facing Alberto Castillo, who has one of those home runs. Brian Barkley came on in the 5th inning at the start of the inning and worked 2 innings plus. Gave up 3 runs. Wasden got 3 outs in the 7th, got the Mets in order in the 8th. Wasden has retired all 6 that he's faced. Eduardo Alfonso hit a sacrifice fly to greet Wasden in the 7th inning. Looper towards second, and Benjamin's got it for the first out.
Well, back in the 1st inning, the season could have ended for Mike Piazza. He gets hit with a fastball from Pedro Martinez, and he had to leave the ball game. It's a contusion of the left hand, and he had it x-rayed. The x-rays were negative, but Alberto Castillo stepped in tonight and hit one over the Green Monster.
Second career home run, both this season for Castillo, and now Jim Tatum will bat for John Olerud. With the Mets leading by 8, Bobby Valentine giving Tatum an at-bat. Takes a slider. No balls, 1 strike on Tatum, who was one of about a half dozen Mets out for early batting practice today.
Well, you've got to take extra batting practice if you come into Fenway Park. You got to hit one over the wall.
The wall, such a concern for so many who come into Fenway Park, but it has not played a role at all, at least in terms of defensively, balls going off it. Bobby says he's thinking about the wall. I was talking to Bobby about the art of playing left field here, because Bobby played it when he was with the California Angels. That's on the outside corner to Tatum.
The guy who played the wall the best I've ever seen, Carl Yastrzemski.
3 strikeouts now, but here's what Valentine told me. Bobby said his philosophy was to play shallow. Try to take the base hit away rather than worry about a ball dinging off the top of the wall or halfway up the wall. There's Yaz's number 8.
I'll never forget there was a headline in one of the New York papers when the Red Sox won it, I believe it was in '67. Yaz Mataz and all his jazz. Of course, Yaz grew up out in the Hamptons.
Fouled away by Baerga. Yastrzemski had one of those seasons in 1967 that so few players in the history of the game have ever had. He dominated a season, winning the Triple Crown.
Now he tied for the home run title with Harmon Killebrew.
And they gave him a Triple Crown the year after Frank Robinson had done it with the Baltimore Orioles.
And early that year, Robinson was leading in all 3 of those categories until he was injured.
But how many seasons have there been in baseball? It's a rhetorical question. There's no need to offer an exact guess. Have been known for one person. I mean, you think of 1985, you think of Dwight Gooden. You think of '67 here in Boston, you think of Yastrzemski. Baerga pops it to the left side. A committee, but finally it's Garcia Parra who chairs. So the Mets go in order in the 9th, but they take a huge lead into the last of the 9th inning, and in comes Hudek.
Were you born without a soul?
Excuse me?
You don't know how to love, do you?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this.
It's just an oil filter.
Just an oil filter? Look, nothing stops more dirt than America's #1 brand of oil filter, Fram. Now get out of here. How do you live with yourself?
Fram oil filters. Pay a little more now or pay a lot later.
Today, we could be part of someone's wedding. Tomorrow, we could help Lisa Powell win a new account. This evening, we might bring sweethearts together. Because every day, every one of us is personally involved in connecting every one of you to your reason for flying. And we all have the same reason for doing it well. You. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Dilbert for Office Depot.
I've decided to abandon logic and manage by cliches. It won't be easy, but I'll take it one bird at a time. And remember, the customer is always right-handed.
This is actually an improvement.
Here's a real improvement. Office Depot's best catalog ever. Easier to use, easier to read, more products. Call today for your copy and start getting fast, free delivery, guaranteed low prices. Business is crazy, but Office Depot makes sense.
As a business traveler, join National's Emerald Club and you can bypass the counter, choose your own car, and get on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Last of the ninth inning, Mets in firm control of this one. Al Leiter, the beneficiary of this offensive explosion by the Mets. One last look at 1986 and how the World Series ended.
About to let the same thing happen to them.
He struck him out. Struck him out. The Mets have won the World Series, and they're jamming and crowding all over Jesse Orasco. The dream has come true.
Well, Mookie Wilson, central figure in the most famous at-bat in Mets history in Game 6.
I think it's unfortunate for Mookie also because he's going to be remembered for that error by Bill Buckner. Mookie had a real solid major league career. One of the most exciting base runners I've ever seen.
John Hudak into work the ninth inning. Obviously not in a save situation, but Bobby Valentine giving his entire bullpen, or at least some of it, a chance to get work. Kirk Wendell, Brad Klontz in his Mets debut. Klontz just walked one. Got the three other Red Sox hitters in the eighth inning. And the fastball 0-2. Well, maybe Hudak has something to gain from the trade because Bobby Valentine told me before the game that Brad Klontz essentially is just going to have to get to the back of the line in terms of Met relievers who are looking for work. And one of Bobby's main goals over the last little while has been to get more work for Mel Rojas. And this trade will give him the ability to do that. Slider missed, 1-2.
When I was talking to Dan Duquette down in the field, he was very high on Mel Rojas, who he had in Montreal. And Mel walked over, and when they were talking, Dan mentioned about the shape he's in, how he's in better shape than he's ever seen Rojas in.
So Garcia Parra down on strikes. One gone in the ninth inning. Make sure to stay tuned tonight following our telecast of the Mets and the Red Sox to Fox Sports New York. Fox Sports News gets you up to date on all of the sports activity around the country today, including more on the Hideo Nomo trade.
Remember, the rumors were that Hudak would be traded away from the Mets. But when you watch him throw, he has that God-given gift of an overpowering fastball. You've got to love his arm if he stays healthy. Should be a good matchup right here.
Fastball inside to Mo Vaughn. Single, a home run, and a double play.
And Hudak's going to challenge the hitter. He's going to throw fastballs. He's going to throw them for strikes, and you can beat him if you can make contact.
By the way, make sure to make contact with our post-game activities immediately after this game is over with. Deep to right field by Vaughn. Husky to the wall. That's a counter.
Well, he challenged him. And Vaughn made contact.
Second home run tonight for Mo Vaughn, accounting for both of Boston's runs. It's 9-2 New York. 17 home runs now for Vaughn.
Well, they got a dilemma here in Boston. He's very, very popular, but there's a real good chance the Red Sox are not going to be able to sign him. Very popular with the fans. He did a lot of community work here in Boston, although he's run into some controversy off the field during the off-season.
Yeah, he got picked up on a DUI, driving under the influence.
And here's that home run off the bat of Mo Vaughn. They had a 3-year contract on the table for Vaughn, but it's reported that after the DWI, they dropped it to 2 years.
Vaughn just went through the worst month of May of his career. Hit well over 300 lifetime during that month. Only hit 248 this year. And a lot of people in Boston tend to ask the questions that Mike Piazza's already started to hear on a daily basis. What are you going to do next year? You know, is Piazza going to sign with the Mets or not? Vaughn's been hearing that here all year, and some of the people covering this club thought that the volume of questions and the incessant curiosity about his intentions after this year might have started to get to him a bit.
Well, wherever the Mets go, there's Hideo Nomo, who just joined the ball club, traded over here yesterday. Wherever Mike Piazza goes, everybody swarms around him, and it's a taxing thing on a player, I'm sure.
2 men out of the 9th inning as Leyritz goes down on strikes, and just before Vaughn launched his 2nd home run of the night, we reminded you to stay tuned to our post-game show, not necessarily to see John Hudek strike Jim Leyritz out again, but to see the press conference held by Hideo Nomo earlier. And I'm telling you, they were swarming around him. They were swarming around Piazza. They were swarming around Dave Wallace. They were swarming around Bobby Valentine. Everybody wanting some input from those in the know regarding Nomo. And Nomo, through an interpreter, offered his own insight, and we'll have that for you. The press conference coming up as part of our post-game show, which will begin any moment now as Brian McRae settles under Buford's fly ball and put it in the books. The Mets end their 3-game losing streak rather emphatically. Hudek gives up the home run of the 9th to Mo Vaughn, which means nothing because the Mets have come in here and hammered the Red Sox 9-2. So the Mets, who lost 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox last year, win the opener of this 3-game series tonight.
And one of the big bats, the catcher with the Mets, Alberto Castillo. A home run after Mike Piazza was hit by a pitch and had to leave the ball game. Castillo congratulating Hudek. And John Olerud with a big night. Bernard Gilkey going up into the screen over the Green Monster. And Luis Lopez a home run.
4 of them off of Pedro Martinez. 4 of 11 hits the Mets had. Nomo and Masato Yoshii, good friends back in Japan, reunited as New York Mets. 9-2 New York, your final. We're coming right back.
He was in a hurry. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Avis Roving Rapid Return had him checked in under a minute. And then I heard it, a pager. And when I saw the message, I knew I had to find the owner.
Avis cars come with Avis people, and trying harder is what they do best.
Dr. Baxter, I think you left this in the car home. I need a phone.
Yes, sir. I'll bet you somebody out there is glad we try harder.
We try harder, Avis.
Hey, Angel, is your horse racing today?
Yes, he's one over here. He's number 2.
Serendipitous. I played number 2.
How'd you do that?
OTB by phone.
OTB by phone?
It's easy. Just call 1-800-OTB-8118.
284, galvanized down the stretch. 6 looks to be funneled. 8 keeps creeping up. 2 wins, Eureka!
Yeah. I gotta tell everybody about OTB by phone.
Bet OTB by phone. Watch, call, play. This Saturday, the Belmont Stakes.
When Earl and I got our new Mitsubishi big screen, we had no idea the number of visitors we would receive. Children suddenly returned home with their children. Neighbors we'd never met. Then it dawned on me. They really weren't coming to see me at all. They just wanted my popcorn.
At Nobody Beats the Whiz, buy any Mitsubishi big screen and pay nothing for 12 months.
Nobody beats the Whiz. New York Mets baseball has been brought to you by Nobody Beats the Whiz Home Entertainment Centers, by Frost Brewed Coors Light, who reminds you the 3 most important words are, hey, beer man, and by the 68,000 professionals at Delta Airlines.
All Mets tonight in the opener of this 3-game interleague series. 4 home runs, all off of Pedro Martinez as the Mets beat the Red Sox 9-2. One of the home runs launched by a man who wasn't even in the starting lineup, Alberto Castillo, who's standing by with Matt Loughlin.
Well, you're absolutely right, Howie. Alberto did not start the game, but when Mike Piazza got hit on the hand in the top half of the first inning and came out of the ball game, Alberto comes in, and all you do is hit your second career home run. I guess you had to brush off the rust a little bit, but you say you're always ready for any circumstance.
Yeah, I was told prepare mentally to be ready. And also, I talked to you before about it, and since we got Piazza here, I haven't played at all. So, but I feel good. I told you before that I want to be ready. So if something happens, go to the game and have a good game. And also tonight I had a good shot against Pedro Martinez. I think hit a home run against Pedro Martinez is a big deal because he's a big man right now. So that was a good night for us tonight.
You are a countryman, a fellow countryman of Pedro Martinez. It didn't look like he had his ace stuff, though, tonight. You've seen him many times, not only here, but back in the Dominican Republic. Was he as sharp as he has been previously?
No, I don't think so. Everybody was saying that Pedro was throwing nice and soft tonight. And I was looking for two fastballs inside, and also I got a good pitch to hit. And he wasn't throwing hard tonight. But I think for this game tonight, tomorrow, he's going to be all right. And hopefully next start that he get, hopefully he can throw 9 innings and get a shutout, but he's still Pedro Martinez.
On the West Coast trip, you had your first career home run, and some people were kidding you about how long it took. How come it took you such a short period of time, relatively, between 1 and 2?
Well, I think if I be more in the game, I think you guys can see more home run because one time in AAA I hit 12 in AAA, but I don't think it's never too late. If you're in the game, you got a shot to hit anything. I mean, home run, double, triple, anyway. But it's taking me too long, but it's never too late, like I said before. And hopefully we will lose in 3 games in a row. And tonight was a good night for us. Everybody hit a home run tonight, almost.
Well, not quite almost, but there were a lot of home runs, including one from Alberto Castillo. The Mets rolling to a victory in the first game of this 3-game series. Back upstairs to you, Howie Fran.
All right, Matt, thank you. So Al Leiter comes up with his 6th win of the year, as he had quite a cushion to work with tonight, something he was not accustomed to earlier in the season. Mets beat Martinez for the 3rd time. And we'll be back with more in a moment.
I'd like a wireless phone.
Come here. Free phone if you sign up today, plus a zillion free minutes. Off-peak only, after a monthly service charge, which I change it will. Sign here.
What's this?
You're indebted to me forever, yada, yada, yada.
A contract? Don't do it. Don't do it.
At OmniPoint, we have no contract to sign and no hidden charges. So there's nothing to be afraid of.
Look, I'm going to let you keep your firstborn.
OmniPoint. Clear sound. Straight deal.
Get a $129 Siemens digital phone for just $49.
He was in a hurry. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Avis Roving Rapid Return had him checked in under a minute. And then I heard it, a pager. And when I saw the message, I knew I had to find the owner.
Avis cars come with Avis people, and trying harder is what they do best.
Dr. Baxter, I think you left this in the car home.
I need a phone.
Yes, sir.
I'll bet you somebody out there is glad we try harder.
We try harder, Avis.
I won't rest until every thirsty beer-drinking adult has a cold Coors Light in his hands. Rest. Rest is for the peanut vendors and the nacho guys. The folks who frost-brew Coors Light, they don't rest until it's perfectly refreshing. And it's my job to get it to you that way. Oh, there's no rest for the beer man, not until every fan here is refreshed.
Joey, you ready?
I think everyone here is pretty refreshed, right?
Mets over the Red Sox 9-2 in the opener of this 3-game interleague series, as Al Leiter picks up his 6th win of the year. John Olerud, Luis Lopez, Bernard Gilkey, in addition to the man from whom you just heard, Alberto Castillo, had home runs. But all of the attention today before the game was on the New York Mets acquisition of Hideo Nomo, who met the press around 6 o'clock tonight at Fenway.
I'm happy to be here. I needed a change of scenery, and also the fact that I'm reunited with people who understand me very well, Piazza, Yoshi, Wallace, and of course this is a contending team, and we have a good chance to go into the playoffs, so we're very glad to be here.
Thoughts about putting the Dodger thing behind them?
これでもうドジャースの色と揉めてた色とありましたけど、それはもう済んで次から。
特にいろいろあったわけじゃないですけど、早く 早く次のチームは決まってほしかったので、早く決まってよかったと思います。
Just glad that this trade was finalized as quickly as it was. If we waited on, it just would have dragged on, and so just happy that that it happened this quickly. 健康の方はいかがですか？
いいです。
It's good. Everything's fine. Sorry. Hey, 今日のマスメディアのことについてちょっとびっくりしてます。マスメディアの感想は。
そうですね。まあびっくりしてるというか、こういうものなのかなと思って。
I'm not really surprised, but I guess this is pretty much what I was expecting.
What were the details that led to wanting to be traded?
ドジャースからトレードを望んだ条件とか状況とかは何だったでしょうか？
条件とか状況ですか？いや、とにかく自分は環境を変えたかっただけです。それだけです。
Simply put, I needed a change of scenery. I just needed to change my surroundings.
How grateful is he to Peter O'Malley for making sure he was going to change very fast?
ピーター・オマリさんにはこのメッツにトレードを作ったことで感謝してます。
そうですね。球団にはすごくいいチームに入れてもらったと感謝してます。
Yeah, I'm very grateful that the Dodgers traded me to a team where I'd be happy. メッツへ来たかったですか？
いや、どこへ行きたいという希望はなかったですけど、できれば、プレーオフを狙えるチームに行きたかったです。
It's not a matter that I wanted to come to the Mets, but I just wanted to go to a contending team.
There was talk about him possibly taking to Boston or Baltimore, American League. Is that the same National League, or would he been sad to come to the American League?
アメリカンリーグのオリオールズか、またこのレッドソックスへ行くっていう噂がいろいろありましたけど、ナ・リーグのままで入れて嬉しいですか？
嬉しいというか、最初にも言いましたけど、いいチームに来れてよかった。
I'm just glad that I'm here at a contending team.
Does he have any theories on why the change is not as good this year as they've been?
今シーズンの成績がちょっとダウンということには、それはどういう理由とかどういうわけだと思いますか？
打たれてるからです。それだけです。
Simply put, I'm getting hit.
How much did you miss Dave Wallace and also Piazza, but mostly Dave Wallace?
ピアッツァもあるんですけど、デーブ・ウォーラスさんはもうまた野球できるということで、それ嬉しいですか？
そうですね。彼は僕のことをすごく理解してくれてますし、僕のこともよく知ってますし、またやれて嬉しいです。
Dave Wallace really understands me and really knows me, and so I'm very happy to be reunited with him.
Do you know why it's essentially what he's getting? Do you think it's mechanical, physical,
さっきの話に戻るんですけど、その打たれてるっていうのは、それは打たれてるっていうことは、それなぜ打たれてますか？
なぜなんでしょうね。なぜか分かったら抑えてると思う。
If I knew the answer to that, I'd be holding him down. I'd be shutting out everybody.
How familiar is he with Dwight Gooden? Because you recognize he is wearing Gooden's number. No one else has worn it since Gooden left this season.
ドワイト・グッデンがメッツから離れて以来、16番という背番号は誰も来てないんですけど、それの印象は？
いや、自分としては16番つけれるというのもすごく嬉しかったです。16番に決まった時はすごく嬉しかったです。そうです。
I was very happy when I heard that I would be getting number 16.
Electric rates are at an all-time high in the city of Boston, so they're down to the bare minimum here at Fenway Park. But the Mets maxed out offensively in defeating the Red Sox 9-2 tonight in Game 1 of their 3-game weekend series. Al Leiter wins it. 4 home runs off of Pedro Martinez sealed it. as the Mets beat Martinez for the third time. He was 10-0 against them last year till the Mets beat him twice. Now they have tonight's game as well, and they have it emphatically. 9-2 New York, your final tonight here at Fenway Park in Boston. We will next see you on Monday night from Shea when the brand new Tampa Bay Devil Rays play the Mets for the first time. Mets game time at 7. Stay tuned now for Fox Sports News, all of the day's activity from around the country. And then at midnight, it'll be the last word, all coming up for you right here on Fox Sports New York. Hideo Nomo was highly sought after as he came out of the dugout. Mike Piazza was forced back to the dugout. X-rays were negative. Castillo launched one. So did Olerud. The Mets would hit 4 off of Pedro Martinez, but Mo Vaughn took high heat from Al Leiter and deposited that one into the right field stands. Luis Lopez, his second home run of them as a Met. And not to be outdone, Bernard Gilkey found the screen above the Green Monster. Added up, a bad night for Pedro, but a big one for the Mets. They win it 9-2. We'll see you on Tuesday.
A month ago, my son Charlie drew a family portrait. I was the one on the couch. That's when I started taking Ginsana, a natural supplement. Ginsana